Most of us don't go around thinking about the disease of malaria because we don't have to. Here in the United States, we haven't had to worry about malaria since the 1950s. But that's not the case around the world. There are still hundreds of thousands of people who die from malaria every year. Most of them live in sub-Saharan Africa, and most of them are children ages 5 and under. And the most frustrating thing about that is the disease of malaria is completely preventable and 100% treatable. This is where Imagine No Malaria comes in. We are an arm of the United Methodist Church. We started out about 10 years ago as Nothing But Nets, but World Health Organization saw what we were doing and they wanted to become partners with us. World Health organizations like the Global Fund, USAID, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, they wanted to join forces with us to get rid of this disease. In fact, Bill and Melinda Gates, they pay my salary this year so that 100% of all donations can go directly to the field to provide mosquito nets, malaria medication, education to get rid of standing water where mosquitoes breed, and also to provide communication to where these resources are and where people can receive help. And we are effective. In 2014, 1.2 million people died from malaria. 1 year later, in 2015, that death total decreased to 438,000 deaths. The Mississippi Annual Conference has chosen Imagine No Malaria to be our missions focus this year. Bishop Swanson has set the huge goal of our conference providing 100,000 mosquito nets. This is where you come in. You know what your church does best to raise funds. Imagine No Malaria, it's a second mile giving campaign this year. It doesn't come from any of our apportionments. But you know what personality your church has, how you raise funds. Some churches smoke turkeys, some churches will do a 5K run. Whatever it is that you do best, think about doing it for Imagine No Malaria this year. In our conference, there's about 1,000 churches. And in our average worship services throughout our state in Mississippi, we have just under 100,000 people. If every one of us were to save $10 between now and annual conference, that's a mosquito net. That's saving up to 4 people's lives in sub-Saharan Africa. It might be early to be thinking about Lent, but we really wanted to do a Lenten focus for Imagine No Malaria this year. And instead of putting off things like broccoli or bubble gum, what we'd really like to focus on is how we can put on saving lives in our world this year. You can give 25 cents for every light switch you have in your house, $1 for every sink, and you realize how great you have it in comparison with the rest of our world. When we provide 100,000 mosquito nets, that protects up to 400,000 people from malaria. Any church who wants to participate in this, you can go onto our website, imaginenomalaria.org, and go to their resources page. And you can order these Imagine No Malaria offering boxes. You can fold them up and it looks like this. You can drop in your change, have your kids collect things through lemonade stands, however you want to do it to participate in this missions focus this year. What a wonderful time we're living in, where we can participate in saving so many lives and just for a little bit of money, be able to end the disease of malaria.